Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Sagar Ali. Today I will talking about why some countries are hesitant to ratify the Singapore Convention on Mediation, a treaty that aim to simplify the enforcement of cross-border commercial mediation settlement. While the convention has generated significant interest globally, not all countries have embraced it fully, and today we will explore why. Let me beginning by what is Singapore Convention. The Singapore Convention, formerly known as the United Nations Convention on International Settlement Agreement resulting from mediation, was adopted in 2018 and came into force in 2020. It provides a standardized legal framework for enforcing mediated settlement agreement across border, much like the New York Convention does for arbitration award. Adoption status: As of now, over 55 countries have signed the convention, but fewer than half have ratified it. Ratification is the key step that brings the treaty into effect domestically. Interestingly, major economies like the United States and the United Kingdom have signed but not ratified, while countries like Singapore, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar have led the way. Moving forward, reason behind it. First reason is sovereignty and legal tradition concern. Some countries are cautioned about adoption international legal framework that might override or interfere with their national legal system. Civil law countries, in particular, may prefer to rely on their well-established litigation system. Others may be more comfortable with arbitration, which has deeper international root. Second reason is uncertainty about enforcement mechanism. A key concern is how mediation is defined and regulated. Some countries fear that convention might create inconsistent interpretation of what counts as a mediated agreement, leading to enforcement issues. Unlike arbitration, there is not as much global uniformity in how mediation is practiced. Third reason is fear of abuse or fraud. Mediation is a flexible and informal process which can be a double-edged sword. Government worry that without proper checks, settlement agreement could be forged or obtained under duress, with limited means to challenge them under the convention's streamlined enforcement process. Fourth reason is lack of infrastructure or familiarity. Not all countries have robust mediation institutions, trained mediators. Some governments are hesitant to ratify until they build domestic capacity to support mediation process effectively, including judicial education and rules for accreditation. Fifth reason is overlap with existing treaties. In regions with existing legal framework or bilateral treaties on dispute resolution, the convention may be seen as redundant. Some governments prefer a case-by-case approach using contractual enforcement or regional arrangement rather than a global treaty. Sixth reason is political or economic factor. Sometimes ratification is delayed for purely political reasons, changing administration, legislative gridlock, or shifting economic priorities. Even if a country support mediation in principle, domestic process can stall the ratification. For instance, Singapore ratified the convention quickly, unsurprising given that it hosted the signing. In contrast, the United States signed in 2019, but as of now has not ratified it due to the need for a Senate approval. The UK has also taken a wait-and-see approach, possibly preferring to see how the convention operates in practice. Let's summarize the topic. While Singapore Convention is a major step forward for international dispute resolution, its path to widespread adoption it is still developing. Each country must weigh legal, political, and practical factors before ratifying. Ultimately, the convention's success will depend not just on how many ratify it, but how well it implemented. Thank you for listening. If you have any question, please ask in comments.